Good morning, everyone. I am so happy to be here with you today. If you don't know me, I am Jackie Schmaltz, home-based entrepreneur, and I teach moms how to make money from home alongside life. Before we get started on today's topic, though, today's topic is, what is today's topic? How to get all the things done in your business alongside life. Before we get started though, can you guys do me a favor and hit the like and subscribe buttons? This will make sure you don't miss out on any of my valuable tips on how to make money from home while still staying present with your family. It'll also help others see this stuff because the world needs help in this area, and helping people is what we do. Now, in my Facebook group, we are actually going through a how to start your home business challenge where we develop a system that works to help you find your thing, do your thing, and finally market your thing. This challenge will work for anybody who would just like to make more money from home or make money from home, whether you already have a home business that you're trying to free yourself up time-wise and get off, or maybe even just get it off the ground. It's for if you don't even have an idea yet, you just need to want to know how you can make money from home. Or if you have an idea but you just haven't started it yet, this challenge is for you. It's a free challenge. Just jump into my group. The link is in the description of this video here. So let's get on with it today. So my best tips on how to get things done in your business while still staying present is by being intentional with your time. I picked just a few things that I have to get done in my day, and then I make a list of things that I would like to get done. So I have a running list of all my ideas, things that I would like to do. And then each day I pick just a few things that I know I can get done, prioritizing them based on what my people are asking me for. Those always get the highest priority. So I estimate about how much time this task should take me, and then I set aside that time to do it. Now, sometimes this looks like listening to a training on my Bluetooth while the kids want me to sit with them for snuggle time, or while they play in a sandbox, or I watch them ride their bikes, or if we're on the beach. I squeeze things like that in during those moments instead of just sitting there in idle doing nothingness. I kind of always just ask myself if what I'm doing now is progressing me forward in life, or is it sucking me backwards? So things like this, randomly listening to the radio or watching nothing shows on TV, don't usually fit into my schedule. I do take time to just sit and be, but if I'm not feeling like I need that, that's when I'll go ahead and stick my Bluetooth in my ear, and turn on some sort of a training in my or podcast on my phone. Okay, so I have specific things I set, like my trainings that I want to listen to. I set those aside. So when I have those moments, I know I'm not wasting time looking for something to listen to. I know I have this right here. Let's get it on and go. And there's no idle downtime in that framework. Now, when I'm creating stuff, though, I need uninterrupted quiet time, especially when I'm trying to tie together that whole marketing system of lead magnets and blogs and landing pages and Pinterest pins and Instagrams. If I lose where I'm at in that whole process, it just takes me extra time to find my place again. And time is valuable to me. Same with if I'm writing something out, like if I'm working on a booklet, or if I'm working on even a blog, those types of things, I need uninterrupted time to keep that train of thought flowing. Otherwise, if I have to stop and start again, I have to get my train of thought back, and that all just takes me extra time that is not productive. So I set specific times aside to work on the content that I need uninterrupted time. And how I get this done depends on what kind of season I'm in life. It also just depends on what our day is. So when my kids still go to public school. So on school days, I tend to free up a little bit more of my time. I get more uninterrupted stuff, but I do still have a 3-year-old at home with me. So this year was the first year I went ahead and I decided to put her into daycare 1 day a week. It served two purposes. It served the purpose of me just getting that break because I wasn't getting a break anywhere else from just having me time. But it also just gave me that day where I could schedule out I could meet with my clients and know that I'm not going to have kids crashing my videos or taking over my meetings, because that definitely happens. And I can, if I have a bigger writing project that I just want to sit down and create, I have a whole 6-hour chunk of my day that I can just do that. Now in the summertime, I don't do a whole lot of content creation. I work all winter long to create the content, and then I schedule out. I either use Facebook Scheduler or a scheduling tool called CinchShare. And I schedule my content out, my main focused stuff like my education delivery, that all gets scheduled out so that all summer, all I have to do is do my quick pop-ins and interact with my people on the comments and stuff. I don't have to spend the time to do the research and create the educational stuff. Those are my time consuming content. Those get scheduled out. So I can just focus on being a mom and running to all the places during the summertime. So you just need to find what works best for you. I've had seasons where it worked better for me to get up earlier before everybody else woke up and squeeze an hour or 2 hours of quiet time in there. There were times in my seasons where that didn't work for me, especially like when there's a new baby in the house. I needed all the sleep I could get. I no longer could get up extra early or even stay up late. I'm actually more of a night owl. I like to stay up late versus getting up early. That's more my tendency. So for me, I put the kids to bed, and then I steal away a few hours of work time. But again, though, there's some things that I can't do at night, like record videos. I wouldn't want to do my messaging my people and interacting with, message, either texting or Facebooking messengers, things that make noises on people's devices. That would kind of not be the good time to be doing those types of things. Okay, so you want to work in time during your day for those types of things. But you can see how you have to really look at what you have to do and then be intentional about what time you choose to do those. Okay, so just make sure you will plan out what you want to accomplish and set aside time to accomplish it. Now, I also utilize lists, and I have a planner that I schedule out my time to do this in. For me, I like a pen and paper hard copy planner. Some people like calendar services, electronic planners, things like that. You do you, but I definitely write out my to-do lists. I have people I need to follow up with, clients that need certain things sent back to them and checking in with, and things like that. It's part of my business. So I write all of that down so nothing that has to be done for the day gets missed. I know what all of my commitments for the day are, and it helps me schedule when I schedule my meetings with my clients. I put everything in pencil, not pen, because life happens. And especially if you're the type that doesn't like shift and doesn't like change, if you put something in pen, you're just instilling in your mindset that this is written in stone and there's no room for adjustment. And then you're going to be upset when life happens. Your kids want to invite a friend over after school last minute, or go to the park because it's a beautiful day. shift, change things, pivot to make those kinds of things work and happen. So everything gets wrote in everything gets wrote in pencil for me so I can erase and readjust as needed. A lot of times too, I find that I want to do things, and then as I put them on my list, but when I come back to do it, I find that maybe I had a better idea or a better way to do something and I don't need to do it at all. So my last tip for you is to hide your phone. Okay, so no. Yeah, so just make sure that you plan out what you want to accomplish ahead of time. And then when you sit down to do the things, you're not wasting time wondering and deciding what it is you should be doing. Okay, so you really want to pick out those few items and have it ready so that when I sit down, like my desk has sticky notes everywhere. When I sit down, my sticky notes on my computer are exactly what I need to have done first. Income producing activities for the day, things that I need to do commitment wise. Boom, they're right here in front of me. And as soon as I get them done, I get the satisfaction of taking the sticky note off my desk and throwing it in the garbage. Then if I get more time, then I can pull my list of all the things, my ideas and all the other things. This is a running list of all the things that I could do project wise. Bonus stuff if I get more time. Another thing is I hide my phone. Okay, so I hide my phone when I sit down to do my power hour so that I'm not being distracted by text messages that could text message conversations that could have been a quick fix taken care of in a phone call, better taken care of in a phone call, or email dings and getting lost in my endless inbox. My inbox right now has about 2,000 messages in it. And if I open that up, I will get sucked into all of the things that I subscribe to and all of that. I have a personal inbox account set up so that like when I do make purchases and join the lists, I mean, pretty much everything on the internet now subscribes you to someone's email list. That all gets one email address. And then I have a business email address that I only give out to clients. So I know that if there's something in that email address, I need to take care of it. Everything else in my other one gets my free time attention. Okay. So stay focused on those income producing activities. And we're going to talk about what those are more and more, but just stay away from those distractions. So what happens is when we feel like we've accomplished those things that we wanted to, we can now just shut off for the day and be fully present with our family time. Now, this is something I had to really learn how to do because I have workaholic tendencies. I tend to just never shut off. And I found myself thinking about like business ideas and all the things that I wanted to get done yet, projects that I had started and I wanted to finish, that I wasn't present with my family. We'd be playing with a game and I would be in my head thinking about something business related instead of focusing on the game. Even cooking supper, I'd fully side dishes. I'd like completely forget an entire side dish because I was so distracted by my thoughts. So when you get stuff done and you get accomplished, you're able to just walk away and shut off like you do when you come home from a job. Okay, you walk out the door. Some of us are better at shutting off from work than others. It gets even harder when you're the boss and you run your business from home. So just really be intentional about that. Once I mastered the art of the to-do list and that whole time blocking thing, things just got a whole lot easier for me. And I felt good about shutting down for the day. My attitude and my mood was much lighter. And I was able to actually just get playful and have fun with my kids again. Another thing that shifted for me was when I just finally locked into my personal brand and who my authentic self was. I was connecting better to my audience, which means I was having things were moving more smoothly and better for me in my social media stuff. Creating content became more effortlessly. Now all the things just started falling into place and they were taking less and less and less time for my business to run. I'm not going to say it runs on autopilot, but it definitely runs more automated and more smoothly and takes a lot less effort and time to make all the pieces work. It just feels really good to have a system in place instead of just completely randomly working business into the nooks and crannies of my day like I used to do. I still do some of that because it's just part of like what my personality type is, but it isn't out of desperation to get something accomplished anymore. It's just because I truly enjoy what I do and I have a hard time shutting off from it. Okay. That's just how I'm wired. So those are my best tips for you to how to get things done and still stay present, and how to accomplish things while still staying present with your family. If you guys want to know more about my whole system and how it works, jump into my free group called Christian Moms Making Money from Home. I teach it all to you. It's a free group. There's nothing, no commitment. Just get in there, learn the things, do the things. End of story. All right. So thank you for your time. We will wish you well.